Good afternoon. Today I'm painting something a little different. It's going to be a hibiscus with transparent petals. So I'm kind of just freehanding the edges of one petal. No sketch, just the idea. And then letting those edges bleed. While that one dries, I'm going to work on another one. Hi, Frankie. Thank you. I thought it doesn't look like much yet. I probably won't for a while. I want another petal to overlap, so I'm gonna pick up a little bit of this. You can always add more dark color at the end. Jesse, yes, it's painting time. All right, this is not my best watercolor paper, so oh, Ashley, I'm so happy that you got it and that you love it. This is going to be a hibiscus flower. It's supposed to be part of the Fall Aloha 23 challenge. It does. Hi, Cadence. Thank you, Ashley. Amazing news this weekend. I actually painted a floral illustration for a book cover. That's a first for me, and I'm really excited about it. Yes. Okay. I really want to do another petal, but I know this is still wet. Thank you, Ashley. I know it was very cool. So I can't wait to share with you what the book is when it's published at the end of November, hopefully. Thank you. All right. I think this one is almost dry, so I should be able to do my back pedal here. Sarah, yeah, the awkward drying time, exactly. I don't typically use the hair dryer. I think I've done it one time in the 3 years that I've been painting. Typically, I just let the paper dry and then move on. I don't use a lot of water anyway. It only gets a bit annoying when I'm doing a landscape and it is a very wet layer. Oh, Frankie, that's really cool. What was the illustration of? Jesse, you're thinking about trying to make watercolors from some spices. I think turmeric would be really good because you can add a little acid or base, citric acid maybe, a little baking soda, and then you can get slightly different colors just because of that pH shift. Oh, that was so beautiful though, Frankie. The light pink petals was really gorgeous. It looked like a lot of layers. Oh, Ashley, a peony puzzle. Now that sounds like a guy who knows you very well. That's very sweet. Yes, Jesse, I do a pH color lab, like pH indicators, when I get to acids and bases, and that's really neat. I usually use the Bolter Colors color changing paints. Actually, awesome. It is, and I actually today uploaded a few new paintings on there that haven't been on there before. This petal I'm not so happy with. I'm going to kind of go over this. Try and make two there. Cool, Frankie. Thank you. Those magic markers. I know it's I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. The one that's like a transparent dish that you touch and then you touch the paper and the paper has a color. That's definitely pH activated. My little erasing here and then doodling here. I'm just making it many layers now. That's what's happening. Just to kind of confuse my mistake there. It's now something a little bit different. And then I'll just add some more layers in the back, I think. Because this was sort of the idea that I wanted here, but that's okay. We go with the flow. I'm pretty sure if I sketched it out beforehand, I'd be able to follow all my petals. I'm too busy trying to keep up with the chat. I get so many of my friends on here. Right, it could be, yeah. When I add some leaves, maybe everything will come together. We'll see. Yeah, I'm seeing that too, little jellyfish action. Exactly. Even if this doesn't turn out to be the piece that I want it to be, it's still painting time. And that's a good thing. Maybe now it's time for a few lines. And that'll maybe tell us which ones are the petals in the front. See you, Frankie. Right, the layers definitely give this a different feel. I've only done a few of these sort of transparent petals before. Oh, I'm finally getting some cooler weather here. Very excited about that. It's been way too hot. Yes, the humidity is still here. That's true. I have this outdoor ecology lab for my environmental science class. I'm definitely not doing it this week. I'll wait. Okay, we'll make this one a little bit more defined. Just okay. Definitely not the best paper for this, but it's doing something. Welcome back. All right, so we've got a little bit of green in the center that I want to do. This is really rough stuff. Kyle, think you were telling us about the humidity, and that's all I got from you. That probably means that they're just going to delete my live forever. They've done that to me a few times. You said you're okay. Arizona in March 2006. That already seems very hot. You take that no humidity heat over this. I don't know about that. Arizona has some sort of insects I don't ever want to think about. So the scorpions, really. I think I would take humid over encountering them. That's true. Florida. Frankie, I think the only time I was in Florida was for a layover. I was in Miami for like an hour and a half. So I didn't really get to experience anything. And then Kyle, the concrete jungle of Scottsdale and Tucson. I feel like there are other sorts of creatures that I wouldn't want to meet over there. I do have a friend in New Mexico, though. She's the one that got me these seeds for my zinnias. Oh, Frankie, that's a good reason not to visit. Dogs over people. Yes, New Mexico, that is a beautiful place. I think my favorite weather in all the states that I've lived in would be Oregon. It was rainy, but pretty much always the same. 4x8. Wait, I think I have this in this technique. I have another one that's a lily, and it's slightly bigger, and it's all metallic blues and silvers. Feet? Oh, no, absolutely not. Thank you, Frankie. I didn't even see that. I was thinking small. I thought that was inches. And the biggest paper that I've found is, actually, it's the one that, I don't know if you're still here, it's the one that I sent you that I found. Like 20 by 18 inches. That's the largest paper that I found that I would feel comfortable painting on. Almost forgot the green I used here. I am, but I think I'm going to wait for it to dry a bit. I might have to add a little gouache or something. I'm not liking how dense that is. That's what happens when I paint a flower that I'm not used to. Grand ambitions. I would have to get, now that I'm thinking about it, I know there's like a roll of paper, Kyle, that's from Arches. They probably have it in other brands too. And then that's a way to do it, like a poster. I could roll it up. Otherwise, I can't even think of the box big enough to ship that. It's something that I can look into. How about that? And no, Frankie, I don't have masking fluid. I usually just try and leave white space if I'm thinking about that. We shall see. I'm thinking, I have to think about the paper first. This perspective is also pretty rough on here. That's fair. Let's just do this for right now so that I can quit this flower and paint something pretty, because I'm not loving this one. Okay. Yes, a dip pen. I've heard of that. I think it was, let me think, Harriet de Winton, maybe? Let me move this aside and make something really pretty and quick. What do I want to paint? Purple, maybe. Something moody and purple. Rose of Sharon. That's another flower that I won't attempt painting, but pretty to look at. Yeah, I've got a ton of mums right now, and I will be painting that. It's actually a challenge over on Instagram that I'm going to be co-hosting. One of our weeks is going to be chrysanthemums paired with something else. Frankie, what are you laughing at? The flowers that I avoid, or what I'm doing right now? Co-hosting a challenge. Okay, yes. Flowers to avoid. So I'm going to be co-hosting, it's Traces with Palacios over on Instagram. Traces of Water is Tracy's handle. Pretty much every season we co-host a 2-week loose floral challenge. And we just choose a flower pairing for each week and go for it. Everybody is welcome to join. Beginners, intermediates, experts, all that. Of course, as soon as we get the pairs decided, we will put a little notice up on Instagram, a little post about it, and then I'll tag you in that. Now these are the loose florals I needed. A tulip, very nice. This one needs a little ring of blue in there. 30 flowers in my style. I don't know about that one. There was a floral alphabet one in February. I did a couple of days of that one. For digital artists, sure, yeah, make it your own. In Art Challenge that I was just telling you about, we get a few people that will do digital art. Very cool to see. All right, I think I'm happy with those flowers, and just need my petals brush, which I don't see. There it is. That sort of thing just keeps reminding me that I do want a sketchbook. I want to get one again at some point. I'm not sure which brand. But that's what I started with, filling up sketchbooks. Okay. Let's get some bleeds. This one. This one. And this one. Oh, I'm not shopping at Temu, but I can't argue with those great deals. Paper is expensive. And then I don't know if you saw, but Boulder Colors just released their Halloween palettes, and I needed one. It's a trio of paints made from chrysanthemums, what I got at least. There's some other really good ones in there. There's something about Halloween colors that I'm just drawn to. This vampire protection set, my favorite. I love it. Again, with the vampires, Kyle. Making your own watercolors, it's not that difficult. Like, you don't need too many things in order to do it. Oh yes, the vacant sockets where the eyes should be. It was a good one. Hi, Zena. Yeah, it's pretty much most flowers. So I think the first thing I did was I took petals from tulips that were out in my garden and I crushed them up, added a little bit of vodka to them to extract the pigment, microwaved it, which is not safe to do. So I did that and then ground it up a bit more and then took that almost clear, slightly yellow liquid. And then if you add acid to it, it turns a bright pink. And if you add some baking soda to it, it turns green. And so that was kind of my introduction to it before I knew about watercolors. That's what I was doing just for my students to show them some chemical reactions and things. Yeah, I did that. And then I did it with lots of other plants. Yes, as a chemist, as one does. The vodka is obviously for experiments only. And there's a neat trick with vodka and turmeric as well. UV light is involved with that one, but I'll save that one. Poinsettia petals also do a color change for acid and base. That's a fun one. I did that. Again, crushing up the petals, a little alcohol, a little heat. Yeah. Turmeric will do that as well. You don't really even need alcohol for that one. It just helps it slowly disperse. And when you do an UV light, it glows a beautiful green, which is not what you'd expect. All right, I think I'm done with this one, and this is something that I'm actually happy with. So this paper makes everything look pretty. It's from Leather Village. Maybe I'll go back and add some very light details with metallic paints, maybe like a dark purple metallic. I think that would look really nice. It's sort of echinacea inspired, so they have that really dark center and the petals that fall over. Yeah. Echinacea is more like a dark purple petal, so this is slightly imaginary. Some other ones that I've got on my desk. I don't know, Frankie, if you're still here, but I found the flower that you were mentioning and asking me if I'd ever painted before, my version of the clematis. Let's see. Hellebore. These sort of look like little bells when they fall over. This guy. I have one more that's a little bit more detailed than this one. I just have to find it. So this is some old roses in a different style. Let's see if I can. There we go. This is the one that I was thinking when I saw it, Frankie. I was thinking of you for this. Hold on, Kyle. I think you'll like this one that's coming up next as well. Yes, this one. Little ink. Little metallic paint. Purple is one of my favorite colors. And this one here is the poisonous palette again. So all those colors made from poisonous plants. And I like these colors as well, especially for fall, some rich jewel tones in there. And then I just find so many more paintings that I should just post on my Etsy page, just going through these. Yeah. I think this one is my favorite. You ordered a new petal brush. Thank you, Heather. I hope you love it. I think you will. I like this one too. This color here is called Vanilla, and this one is called Jam. So Vanilla Jam painting. There you go. The name writes itself. Yeah, there are a whole bunch in here that I really liked. I liked these eucalyptus leaves framing this. Every time I revisit old paintings, I'm like, oh, I really liked how I did my leaves back then. And then I immediately did another type of leaf that I liked. This one too. Yes, yes. Back in my splatter period. Yes, I've got, I think, another blue one somewhere with a lot of splatter. Yeah, yeah. Spatter when it comes to blood. So I think splatter for paint, just because that's nicer. Cotton, little cotton bouquet. This is also that Vampire Protection palette. I could tell because I really like these colors together. There's that splatter. Some blues in my blue period here. Really like that light blue. That's called Acid from KMS. I didn't expect to like it so much. And then Chrome in there from KMS as well. More splatter. Okay. This is a little bit of the same color Calypso that I used on yesterday's painting, which is already at the bottom of a new pile on my desk, so don't ask me to get that one out. It's on my YouTube channel now. But Frankie, that's the one that you mentioned that almost looked black. It's this metallic color that's in here in the centers. It's called Calypso. That's all I've got for today. Tomorrow I've got work, so I will be very tired, but still painting at 4. I'll need it. A little decompression time. Definitely going to add some little metallic details on some of these petals. I think that'll be really fun. I just have to figure out which metallic to use. I have so many. All right, hope to see you again soon. Nice talking with all of you. Great to see some familiar faces. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, Kyle. Thank you, Frankie. You too.